Campbell today, where fire is burning through an empty office complex. The flames broke out around 10:40 this morning in the area of Dell Avenue and Knowles Drive. The fire prompted a big response with the smoke visible for miles. We go to KTVU's Christian Campbell now, who's been on the scene for hours and has been monitoring the situation. Christian, there's good news. We hear that the structure is unoccupied. So any word about injuries or any other serious issues?
Right. Well, the fact that the building was unoccupied really gives them an opportunity to just sort of sit back and let this building burn, not wanting to risk any firefighter injuries. If you take a look, you can see there's still a lot of active flame out here, and the firefighters are, again, simply watching this fire burn because it doesn't make sense for them to go in and risk themselves trying to put out a fire in a building that is still unoccupied. If we go to our helicopter right now, you can take a look down on this scene. You get a sense of the scope of just how big this building is and why it would be such a difficult and complex building. We can also tell you that the roof has fallen in portions, so you get a sense, again, of why they would not want to have firefighters go in this building unless it's absolutely necessary. Instead, crews are defensive. You can see those crews hosing it down to stop the flames from spreading, and they're just going to let that building burn from the inside out. Crews say the first calls about this structure fire came in shortly after 10 Friday morning. Fire crews training nearby were on scene within a minute or two of those calls and made an aggressive initial effort to stop the flames, quickly searching the massive 50,000 square foot building and determining it was empty.
We didn't have any civilians at risk. We only don't want to put our firefighters at risk, but we also need to contain this to keep the public safe.
What that meant was a change in strategy. Instead of going in to put the fire out, crews shifted their tactics to containing it instead.
Once the building gets to a point where we can go in and actually extinguish the fire, we will. Again, keeping it contained to this one building and not allowing it to spread and present any other risk to the community.
Fire crews used water to cool the walls of the building to prevent any of the fire from spreading, and also as a way to direct the destruction inward toward the building's support structures to hasten the collapse and allow the crews to go in and mop up. Greg Mizushima saw the smoke and stopped to watch, using his phone to capture the moment as a portion of the roof collapsed.
Even though they were pouring water, the flames were coming out and the whole side of the building collapsed.
And if we come on back out to our live chopper shot, you can see crews still here working. The fire chief tells me that one of the reasons that this fire spread so quickly was because the building was vacant and set for demolition. The water lines had been turned off, so that meant no internal sprinklers. At this point, there's no word on exactly how this fire started in the first place. We're live in Campbell. Christian Campbell, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
And Christian, those aerial shots are just so telling in terms of the amount of smoke and also the magnitude of this fire. Is there any danger of it spreading at this point to other areas, or do they have a good perimeter around it?
Well, that's part of the reason those fire crews are surrounding this fire. One of the terms I've heard before is surround and drown, and that's what they're essentially trying to do. Again, this isn't an office complex, so there's a large parking lot around it. It's across the street from the nearest building. Firefighters say that they've even pulled back their equipment far enough so that if that building does collapse, it wouldn't impact or impede any of their equipment in the area. So at this point, really, Jenna, the strategy is just to make sure that this fire doesn't spread to any nearby buildings and simply let it burn itself out.
Okay, Christian Campbell live for us in Campbell. Thank you so much.